When my great-grandfather came from Italy, from Ellis Island, he came from Ellis Island, he went to Mulberry Street. Mulberry Street is where they got an apartment. His father was a butcher. They started a butcher shop down there. He worked in the butcher shop, lived above the butcher shop. That's his apartment. They lived there all their lives. My great-grandfather used to work on those piers. All those piers were all industrial. They all jutted out into the Hudson River. Those piers, years ago, were slaughterhouses. Were slaughterhouses. So he used to work in the slaughterhouses and work in other meatpacking plants, which were all along there. It used to be called the Goose Market years ago. Now it's the Gansevoort Market. So when he did that, he was always known for meat, like that he knew his meats. He was from Italy. He was very good. Lo and behold, when they built this place, this is an Astor family property. John Jacob Astor's family owns this property. However, the city, the city kind of manages it. The Astor family gave it to the city of New York back in the early 40s. They used to auction off the animals here.
New York City, known for being a melting pot of different cultures and people, is no stranger to unique neighborhoods rich with significant relevance. Despite the vast number of neighborhoods to choose from, no other neighborhood piqued my interest as much as the Meatpacking District. Known by the official name as the Gansevoort Market Historic District, the Meatpacking District has quickly transformed itself into one of New York's trendiest and most expensive areas. Yet, it has miraculously managed to hold on to some of its original charm. The Meatpacking District lies just below Chelsea and is roughly bounded by West 16th Street to the north, Gansevoort Street to the south, the Hudson River to the west, and Hudson Street to the east. The neighborhood can be located just as the irregular street pattern of Greenwich Village makes the grid pattern of the 1811 Commissioner's Plan. Gansevoort derives its name from the early 1800s, when the street was a fort controlled by one of George Washington's officers, General Peter Gansevoort. The area's distinctive architecture and layout represent the transformation it has undergone from residential to commercial to industry. Beginning in the 1840s, buildings were built as row houses and townhouses, with most developing into working-class tenements. Unlike most other neighborhoods of the time, the area consisted of tenement buildings, single-family homes, and industry, proving to be an unusual, as mixed-use neighborhoods were rare for that time or period. The industry in the area was not always primarily meatpacking. In post-Civil War era, a variety of businesses flourished, including cotton printers, breweries, and woodworking factories. However, the major burst in development did not come until 1880, when the Gansevoort Market and the West Washington Market were developed. These markets dominated the industry in the district, with the Gansevoort selling regional produce and the West Washington Market selling meat, poultry, and dairy products. Farmers from all over the tri-state region would come to the markets to sell their food as commission merchants, pushcart vendors, and restaurant buyers. As the market spurred growth, so did the developments commissioned by the Astor family. These developments, constructed with a neoclassical style, eventually became prime development for warehouses specializing in produce and meat handling. Although many of the meat and poultry plants have shut down their businesses, the Meatpacking District has not disappeared. In fact, it is currently one of New York's trendiest neighborhoods. The Highline Park is built on the disused southern portion of the West Side Line running to the Lower West Side of Manhattan. It runs from Gansevoort Street, 3 blocks below 14th Street in the Meatpacking District, through Chelsea to the northern edge of the West Side Yard on 34th Street. An unopened spur extends above 30th Street to 10th Avenue. Formerly, the West Side Line went as far as south as a railroad terminal to Spring Street, just north of Canal. However, most of the lower section was demolished in 1960 with